Good evening, guys. Welcome to part 2 of August Current Affairs Revision Series. This is in continuation with the first part, which went live yesterday. So, if you haven't checked out the first part, first go to the August part 1 Current Affairs, then watch this particular video. And let's look at the topics for discussion for the day. Also, interesting fact that I am recording this video from my college, Nalsa, back here to finish some work. So, yeah, I'm in the library as of now. It's a good feeling. Okay, let's look at the topics for discussion for August, the second part. Firstly, we have the Mpox outbreak. We have discussed this in our class many times. Then we have SSLV launch. This is small satellite launch vehicle. Then we have the marriage bill for Himachal Pradesh, where they have increased the minimum age of marriage for women. Then we have names of new sea structures in the Indian Ocean. Then we have the news of the assassination of the chief of Hamas. On 6th, we have subcategorization of caste-related judgment by the Supreme Court. This is a landmark judgment by a 7-judge bench, so we'll discuss that. Then we have the Vinesh Fogart controversy. This is related to the Olympics. We have already covered India's achievements at Olympics in the first part, so you can watch that. Then we have the draft broadcast bill, which is now taken back. Which was awarded to whom? To the President of India. And lastly, we have the newly formed Vigyan Puraskar Awards, which are replacing a lot of previous science-related awards. So we'll discuss that in detail, the 4 categories of awards. Let's start today's discussion with our very first topic, which is Mpox outbreak. When you talk about the Mpox outbreak, you need to remember which country experienced the Mpox outbreak first. It was DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, in 1970. This is when the first case of Mpox was found ever in the world, right? And why is this Mpox news in limelight? That is because WHO has declared it as a global health emergency. And this is the second time they have declared it as a public health emergency in the span of 2 years. So that is important to remember. Now, Mpox is caused by which virus? It's caused by the monkeypox virus. Pox virus. And what are the different types of strains which this particular virus has? Clade 1 and Clade 2. Clade 1 and Clade 2. Okay, these are the 2 strains of this particular virus. And since 2022, Africa has seen a lot of cases, approximately 1 lakh cases of this particular disease, and more than 300 people have lost their lives. Now, this outbreak is also breaking out to different countries beyond Africa, and that is why WHO called it a global emergency for the second time. सबसे पहले जो monkeypox was found, it was found in monkeys in Denmark. In humans, it was found in Congo in 1970. But in a species, it was found first of all in monkeys in Denmark in the year 1958. 2 outbreaks happened in 1958 in Denmark. And this was found in monkeys, and that is why the name monkeypox came into origin. Then it was renamed to Mpox. The disease was renamed to Mpox because monkeypox could have created fear and stigma. Ki monkeys say spread hota hai disease, which is not true. This is not going to spread through monkeys. It's mostly through humans only. Okay, so this is what all you needed to know about the Mpox outbreak. You need to know the virus, you need to know the strains, you need to know which country it broke out first, and WHO declaring it an emergency. WHO has recently, like in the past decade or so, has declared many viruses as a public health emergency. Some of the examples could be the Ebola virus, the polio outbreak, the H1N1 influenza, the COVID outbreak, of course. So all these were public health emergencies, and these are the highest level of alerts by WHO, that this is a disease which is very sudden, serious, unusual, unexpected. So if the disease satisfies these criteria, it is declared as a public health emergency, right? So it's a viral disease, zoonotic viral disease, monkeypox. This is also you need to know. It is a rare zoonotic viral disease. Okay. And I've already told you the name of the virus is monkeypox virus. If you also want to know the name of the DNA of the virus, that is called orthopoxvirus genus. Orthopoxvirus. Orthopoxvirus genus. Okay, so this is the name of the genus of the virus. And that completes our first topic, which is the mpox outbreak. Then the second topic is the small satellite launch vehicle, which is launched from which space center? It is launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. Sriharikota is in Andhra Pradesh, right? Now, what is the significance of small satellite launch vehicle? Firstly, this is the third and the final development flight of the SSLV, third and final. Before that, there have been two attempts. First attempt was unsuccessful, and the second attempt in 2023 was successful, and this is the final attempt. And now we are ready to launch all our SSLVs into the space. Now, even the private sector companies in the space sector in India and India's private branch, India's commercial arm, ISRO's commercial arm, New Space India Limited, can also send private rockets or commercial rockets through SSLV. Why is SSLV important? We were already having PSLV, so why do we need SSLV? SSLV is for small rockets, it's for small satellites, right? And PSLV, say 1/4 cost लगता है to send an SSLV, so it is very cost efficient, it is very energy efficient. And ये वाला जो SSLV mission रहा है, this has placed two different satellites into the orbit. What are the two different satellites? It is EOS-08 and SR-0 demosat. EOS-08 and the demosat satellite. Okay. These are the two SR-0 demosat. These are the two satellites which have been put into orbit by which mission? By the SSLV mission, which recently happened in August. Okay. So ये आपका एक Earth observation satellite है EOS-08, whereas the second one is a low Earth orbit satellite. This is an Earth observation satellite EOS-08, and this is a satellite which goes into the lower orbit for same reason. Okay. Now, of course, this is developed by ISRO. This was a 3-stage launch vehicle, and this was the third attempt. This was the third and final attempt for this. अब इसके specifications you can remember. It is 120 tons, 34 meters. So that is the weight, 120 ton. The length is 34 meters. But ये important नहीं है अपना. But still, आपको पता होना चाहिए. What's important is what is the new technology which has been used in SSLV. The technology is called liquid propulsion based velocity trimming module. I'll write it down. Liquid propulsion based velocity trimming module. So this is the specific feature of SSLV which helps it to change its direction once it has exited the Earth's orbit and put satellites into space efficiently. This is mostly for small satellites, and usually private companies want to send smaller satellites, so this would be a major step in that direction for India. That covers the second piece of news, SSLV. Let's talk about the third topic, which is the marriage bill. Himachal Pradesh has become the first state in India to raise the legal age of marriage for women from 18 to what? From 18 to 21. So they're going to amend the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, and would raise the age from 18 to 21. So this would need a constitutional amendment. No, I mean a statutory amendment in this particular statute. And because marriage is a subject under the concurrent list, both the center and the state can make laws on marriage. What are the subjects in the concurrent list? Subjects on which both the center and state can make laws. If you ask about the entry, this is entry number 5. Marriage is under entry number 5 in the concurrent list of India. So there are 3 lists: central list, state list, and you have union list, state list, and concurrent list. And what happens if there's a conflict between the center and the state in a law regarding the concurrent list. For example, marriage is in concurrent list. Center makes a law, state makes a law. Whose law would prevail? That depends. If a state has to make an amendment, they have to get an approval from the President of India. So the governor would present this particular bill, and then if the president gives his or her approval, then this becomes an act, and the law is amended for that particular state. But if the center refuses, if the president refuses, then this amendment cannot happen. So this bill would be placed before the president. Once the president gives her assent, then this bill would be becoming a law. ये आर्टिकल कौन सा है? If state law is contradicting central law, then central law would prevail. This is Article 254, Clause 1. Okay. Article 254, Clause 1. This says that state list and union list. If a state and union have conflict in the concurrent list, then the concurrent list में union would prevail, or it would need an assent of the president to make it a law. अब फायदा क्या है इस particular move का? What is the advantage of raising the Himachal Pradesh marriage bill, the legal marriageable age for women? The फायदा are बहुत सारे. तो स्टेट कह रहा है कि इससे women would get an opportunity to study more for higher education. This would also be beneficial for their reproductive health. This would also be beneficial for gender equality. They would be able to go for higher education. They would be able to go for employment opportunities. So उस वजह से इन्होंने legal marriage age को 18 से 21 कर दिया, minimum marriage age. So females who are from Himachal Pradesh and are less than 21 cannot legally marry now. ठीक है? So that covers our third topic, which is the Himachal Pradesh marriage bill. Then we have the next news, which is new sea structures in the Indian Ocean. What are the three new structures we have named in the Indian Ocean? Do you guys know the names? Names are Ashoka Seamount, Kalpataru Ridge, and Chandragupta Ridge. Ashoka Seamount, Kalpataru Ridge, and Chandragupta Ridge. These are the three new structures which we have recently found out in the Indian Ocean. And इसके लिए अप्रूवल चाहिए होता है नए नाम रखने के लिए इन ओशन. किसका अप्रूवल चाहिए होता है? इंटरनेशनल हाइड्रोग्राफिक एसोसिएशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. इंटरनेशनल हाइड्रोग्राफिक organization. So this is the body which approves the new names if a country wants to name something which it has recently found in the oceans. ये structures कहाँ पे? These are on the southwest Indian ridge in the Indian Ocean. ठीक है? तो India ये रहा. Then you have your Bay of Bengal on this side. Then you have your Arabian Ocean on this side. So southwest of Indian Ocean में हमें ये ridge मिला Indian Ocean में, and we have named these three structures. ठीक है? Ashoka Seamount. Now this Ashoka Seamount is named after the king Ashoka, who was a ruler of the Mauryan dynasty. Then Chandragupta Maurya was also a ruler of the Mauryan dynasty. ठीक है? ये सारे जो ridges हैं ये discover तो काफी पहले हो गए थे, but इनका नाम अभी रखा गया. ठीक है? I think this is a very factual news. इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा decode करने की समझने की जरूरत नहीं है. So we'll just move to our next topic, which is the assassination of the Hamas chief. What is the name of the Hamas chief who has been assassinated? What is the name? Ismail Haniyeh, right? Ismail Haniyeh. So this guy was assassinated or killed recently. He was the chief of the Hamas. Hamas क्या है? Hamas is a military group which occupies the territory of Gaza in the Israel-Palestine conflict. अगर आपको ये सारी बैक स्टोरी इजराइल पैलेस्टीन गाजा वाली नहीं पता, जो कि अब तक पता होनी चाहिए, बट अगर स्टिल नहीं पता, तो वी आल्सो हैव अ वीडियो ऑन इजराइल पैलेस्टीन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. यू वुड फाइंड इट अंडर द लाइव सेक्शन. देयर इज अ वीडियो टाइटल्ड इजराइल पैलेस्टीन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एक्सप्लेन्ड, एंड वहाँ पे यू कैन गो एंड चेक आउट द इजराइल पैलेस्टीन वीडियो. उसमें वी हैव कवर्ड इट इन utmost डेप्थ, एवरीथिंग रिलेटेड टू द controversy in Israel and Palestine, right? So this guy Ismail Haniyeh, he was 62-year-old and leading the Hamas, and they are saying that an Israeli strike was conducted to kill him. Why was he in Iran? When he was in Iran, he was assassinated. So Iran में क्यों थे when he is the chief of Hamas? He went there for the inauguration of Iran's new president, Masoud Pezeshkian. He recently became the president of Iran, right? Masoud Pezeshkian. And because Iran is quite close to Gaza and Palestine in terms of relationship, तो उसके लिए ये गए थे प्रेसिडेंट साहब को मिलने, मसूद पेजेस्किन साहब को मिल गए, वहाँ पे इनका डेथ हो गया, डेथ क्या हो गया, असैसिनेशन हो गया, ठीक है. तो when did he become the leader of Hamas? In which country? In 2006. He became the leader in 2006. And he took control of the Gaza aspect. The Palestinians did not recognize his authority. So they said that he won't be our president. He had earlier become the president of entire Palestine, but the Palestinian authorities were against having him as president. So then he just moved to Gaza and established his stronghold in Gaza, and then became the leader of the Hamas faction, right? What else do you need to know when it comes to this? I think this is enough. हमास के बारे में आपको थोड़ा सा बेसिक पता होना चाहिए. हमास का ऑफिशियल नेम इज हरकत अल मुकव्वमा अल इस्लामिया. दिस इज द एंटायर नेम. It's a Sunni Islamist political military organization. Who was the founder of Hamas? Hamas का founder कौन था? Hamas was founded by an activist called Ahmad Yassin in 1987. Ahmad Yassin in 1987. So this guy founded Hamas. Why was it founded? To counter the presence of Israel, to counter Israel's expansionist policies in the area of Palestine. तो वहाँ पे इन्होंने हमास का ग्रुप बनाया था. And अब ये this has become more of a terror outfit. A lot of countries recognize Hamas as a terrorist organization. Some countries do not, but yeah. So this is the news. So we have covered the first 5 topics: Mpox outbreak, SSLV, Himachal Pradesh bill, new sea structures, and the killing of Hamas chief. Now let's talk about the remaining 5 topics, which is subcategorization of caste. This is topic number 6. What do we have in this? We have a landmark judgment. So इससे पहले क्या होता था? When you have your classification of, let's say, SC and ST, there is no sub-classification ki okay, SCs में these would get more benefits, group number A, group number B would get lesser benefits. Whatever are the benefits for SC caste would be uniformly applied for all the SC caste or all the ST caste. But अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लैंडमार्क जजमेंट में इन अ 7 जज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेंच headed by whom? D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who is Chief Justice. So this 7 judge bench said that subcategorization of caste can be done. It is all right to have subcategorization of caste, and they overturned a previous judgment, a previous ruling of Supreme Court of year 2004. So 2004 में जो ruling आई थी, जो judgment आया था, उसने कहा था कि subcategorization cannot be done as this is against equality. What was the name of the 2004 case? It was E.V. Chennaiya versus State of Andhra Pradesh. E.V. Chennaiya versus State of Andhra Pradesh. This was a 2004 case, and in this particular recent landmark judgment, this case has now been overturned in the 2024 judgment. ठीक है? जो केस ओवरटर्न हुआ है उसका नाम क्या है? 2014 का एक केस था, दविंदर सिंह एंड अदर्स वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ पंजाब एंड अदर्स. स्टेट ऑफ पंजाब एंड अदर्स. So this was a 2014 case, and अब इसमें जाके final decision आया है 2024 में, and the court has said that subcategorization of caste is not a violation of right to equality, because SC/ST में आपस में एक homogeneous group नहीं बना सकते आप. There are people who are less advantaged, there are people who are more advantaged, even within the framework of SC and ST categories. ठीक है? किस आर्टिकल में लिखा है कि the president can denote that this category would be an SC category or this tribe would be a scheduled tribe? This is Article 341. So you should remember this. Article 341. Article 341 of the Constitution allows the president to denote these categories. ठीक है? तो ये जो ruling थी, this was a 7-judge ruling, 7-judge constitutional bench, and इसका जो ratio अगर आपसे पूछा जाए तो ratio was 6:1. ठीक है? 6 judges voted in favor of subcategorization, and 1 judge gave a dissenting opinion. Who was the dissenting judge? Justice Bela. Okay, Justice Bela Trivedi. Right. So she gave a dissenting opinion, And yeah, this is all you need to know with respect to this सब categorization. इसमें उन्होंने काफी सारे categories बना दिए, मतलब criterias बताए judgment में कि they would be categorized on various levels of their backwardness, and फिर उसमें how would they ensure fairness? They would use empirical evidence and data. So they would use surveys, empirical evidence, and all of those data to find out that okay, this is a fair classification. These should get more benefit. These should get less benefit. एंड किसी भी एक सब कैटेगरी के लिए 100% रिजर्वेशन नहीं होगा. दिस इज समथिंग विच द कोर्ट हैज क्लैरिफाइड. ठीक है. उसके बाद भी these classifications are subject to judicial review. The court can review these classifications to prevent any political misuse by parties. की ठीक है, एक पार्टी ने मान लो एक कैटेगरी उनका वोट बैंक है, उनको प्रॉमिस कर दिया एंड फिर प्रेसिडेंट से बनवा दिया ST या SC, तो द कोर्ट कैन ऑल्सो जुडिशियली रिव्यू दिस. ठीक है. This is all you have in the subcategorization of caste ruling. Then you have, of course, the Vinesh Fogart controversy. This happened during the Olympics, a very sad controversy for India. Vinesh Fogart is a wrestler from India who was participating in the Olympics, and she was participating in the 50 kg freestyle wrestling event. And on the day of her final match, she was found to be 100 grams overweight from the prescribed weight limit, and she was not allowed to participate. She was disqualified. So she did not even get the silver medal. She was clearly disqualified. And then she went to the Court of Arbitration for Sports, जिसको हम लोग CAS भी कहते हैं short, Court of Arbitration for Sports, and she challenged this particular decision of the IOC. But she did not get any relief. The CAS did not give her any relief, or any silver medal was not awarded to Vinesh Fogart. And Vinesh Fogart case is even sadder because in the semi-final match, she defeated a player who was undefeated up till now for a very, very long time. She defeated Cuba's Yusnelian Lopez, Guzman Lopez of Cuba, 5-0. So she defeated her and moved to the finals, but final mein she was unlucky. Found to be overweight. She tried everything to reduce that 100 gram of weight overnight, but she could not. So काफी sad था ये. Court of Arbitration of Sports के बारे में आपको थोड़ा सा पता होना चाहिए. Court of Arbitration of Sports is a quasi-judicial body established in 1984. Quasi-judicial body established in 1984. तो जितने भी स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड कंट्रोवर्सी होते हैं ना, स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड डिसीजन, स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड जजमेंट्स, वो सारे आते हैं कैस के पर्व्यू के अंदर, कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन के अंदर. एंड इसका हेडक्वार्टर्स कहाँ है? जहाँ पे बहुत सारे हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं वहीं पे, बट सिटी इज डिफरेंट. इट्स नॉट जेनीवा, इट्स लॉसेन इन स्विट्जरलैंड. लॉसेन इन स्विट्जरलैंड. दिस इज वेयर द हेडक्वार्टर्स ऑफ कैस आर लोकेटेड. ठीक है. इंडियन ओलंपिक कमेटी के बारे में अगर आपको पूछ रहे तो दैट वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 1894. सो इसका जस्ट उल्टा है, ये 1984 है, ये 1894 है. हेडक्वार्टर्स आईओसी का भी आपका लॉसेन में ही है, इन स्विट्जरलैंड. ठीक है. उस द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ कोर्ट ऑफ आर्बिट्रेशन ऑफ स्पोर्ट, वो भी पता होना चाहिए आपको, जॉन कोर्ट्स. प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ कैस, जॉन कोर्ट्स, COATES. ठीक है. सो दिस वाज डन, दिस वाज डन. Then we have the Digital Broadcast Bill, the draft broadcast bill, which was brought to regulate OTT platforms. Was this bill passed? Yes or no? No. This was just a draft bill, and the full name was Draft Broadcasting Services Regulation Bill 2024. And this had many things which were problematic to a lot of OTT platforms. It seek to regulate the broadcast of news and current affairs and everything related to broadcasting on OTT platforms, on platforms which are regulated by the TV agencies and all of those things, by all the previously existing agencies. क्योंकि पहले तो TV होता था, तो जो broadcasting agencies and जो broadcasting regulating bodies हैं वो उनको regulate करती थी, but OTT platforms के लिए कोई भी guidelines नहीं थी. तो उसके लिए this draft broadcasting bill was brought into place. Who brought this bill? It was brought by Ashwini Vaishnaw. He's a cabinet minister, right? तब इसमें डेफिनेशन क्या थी? डेफिनेशन वाज दैट एनीवन हु सिस्टमैटिकली ब्रॉडकास्ट्स न्यूज़ एंड करंट अफेयर्स ऑनलाइन इंक्लूडिंग सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स वाया टेक्स्ट, वीडियो एंड ऑडियो, दे वुड कम अंडर द परव्यू ऑफ ब्रॉडकास्टर्स. ठीक है. तो इसमें ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म भी एक तरीके से ब्रॉडकास्टर्स के परव्यू में आ गए थे. आपके सोशल मीडिया क्रिएटर्स भी ब्रॉडकास्टर्स के परव्यू में आ गए थे. इंस्टाग्राम क्रिएटर्स, योर YouTube creators, your all influencers were under this particular legislation. And this was creating a lot of legal obligations for these independent creators because इसमें बहुत सारे guidelines थे for your broadcasting of information. And अगर आप उन guidelines को comply ना करो तो बहुत सारी penalties भी थी, penalties ranging from even going on till even 50 lakh rupees, 2.5 crore rupees for different offenses under this particular bill. So इसमें हर चीज आपको सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को बतानी थी, योर नेम्स, योर क्रेडेंशियल्स, योर डिटेल्स. तो इसका कंसर्न यही था कि दिस वुड वायलेट योर फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन गिवन अंडर आर्टिकल 19 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. एंड इस वजह से इस पर बहुत ज्यादा प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, बहुत ज्यादा इसका विरोध किया गया. एंड देन दिस बिल वाज टेकन बैक. अब ये बिल रिवाइज होकर दोबारा से आएगा. सो विल सी what happens in that particular bill when it is revised. Okay. Then you have the next news, which is Fiji's highest civilian order, which was awarded to whom? It was awarded to our president, Draupadi Murmu. What is the name of this prize? It's called the Companion of Order of Fiji. This is highest civilian award by the country of Fiji. Companion of Order of Fiji. Fiji कहाँ पे? Fiji is near South America. It is in the South Pacific Ocean, in archipelago in South American South Pacific Ocean. Fiji के बारे में आपको थोड़ी सी चीजें पता होनी चाहिए. इसको बोला जाता है soft coral capital of the world बोला जाता है. बहुत सारे वहाँ पे soft corals are found. And this award was given when President Murmu visited the Fiji Islands. She was awarded this highest civilian order, Companion of the Order of Fiji. These awards are usually given to strengthen bilateral relationships and ties. Fiji के बारे में एक और important fact आपको पता होना चाहिए that it is home to the largest Hindu temple in the southern hemisphere. What is the name of the temple? Shri Shiva Subramanya Swami Temple. Shri Shiva Subramanya Swami Temple. So this is the temple which is the largest in the southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere में तो बहुत सारे हैं. फिजी के बारे में एक और चीज आपको पता होनी चाहिए. यहाँ का एक वर्ड है जिसको बोलते हैं गिरमिटिया लेबर्स, which is derived from a word called गिरमिट, which means agreement. So Indian indentured laborers जो यहाँ पे ट्रांसपोर्ट करे गए थे फिजी एंड मॉरिशस में, उनको बोला जाता है गिरमिटियाज. इंडिया से जो लोग फिजी और मॉरिशस चले गए थे to become laborers, like as laborers, those are called गिरमिटियाज. एक तरीके से ये एग्रीमेंट कह लो. दीज आर नॉट टेक्निकली स्लेव्स. जब वो गए थे मोस्टली लेबरर्स थे वो. ठीक है, लोगों को बोला जाता था कि आपको वहाँ काम मिलेगा, बट फिर उनको क्या कहते हैं स्लेव बना दिया जाता था. वहाँ पे जाके गए एज स्लेव नहीं थे, गए एज लेबरर्स थे, वहाँ जाके स्लेव्स बन गए, तो उनको गिरमिटियाज बोला जाता था. GRIMITIYAS, गिरमिटियाज comes from the word गिरमिट, which means agreement. ठीक है, तो ये गिरमिटियाज के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए, नाम पता होना चाहिए, किसको दिया गया पता होना चाहिए, एंड फिजी कहाँ पे है वो पता होना चाहिए, एंड टेम्पल का नाम पता होना चाहिए. दैट इज ऑल यू नीड टू नो व्हेन इट कम्स टू दिस पर्टिकुलर अवार्ड. देन यू हैव द लास्ट अवार्ड, व्हिच इज द विज्ञान पुरस्कार. व्हाट इज द विज्ञान पुरस्कार? दीज आर 4 कैटेगरीज ऑफ अवार्ड्स अवॉर्डेड इन द फील्ड ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. इसमें 4 कैटेगरीज कौन कौन से हैं? विज्ञान रत्न, विज्ञान श्री, विज्ञान युवा एंड विज्ञान टीम. विज्ञान रत्न, विज्ञान युवा, विज्ञान टीम and Vigyan Shri. So these are the 4 categories of awards. Let's understand what all are the significance of these particular awards. So जो Vigyan Shri होता है, this is for scientists of all ages. जो विज्ञान रत्न है, that is for lifetime achievement. अभी किसको मिला है विज्ञान रत्न? In the first विज्ञान पुरस्कार awards, it is given to Govindarajan Padmanabhan. Padmanabhan. So he has been awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award, which is the Vigyan Ratna Award. Ratna Award for his contribution to research in malaria parasites. उसके अलावा कौन कौन से आपके अवार्ड्स हैं? उसके अलावा ये विज्ञान श्री, which is for all the scientists, and विज्ञान युवा is for young scientists. अब young में यहाँ की definition ये है कि scientists who are under the age of 45. So for them the award is विज्ञान युवा award. And विज्ञान team is obviously for a team effort. And this year it has been awarded to the team of scientists who worked on the Chandrayaan 3 mission. ठीक है, तो चंद्रयान 3 वाली टीम को विज्ञान टीम अवार्ड दिया गया फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर ईयर. विज्ञान युवा भी काफी सारे लोगों को मिला है. विवेक पॉलिशेट्टी इज वन, then you have Urbasi Sinha who is one, then you have Roxy Paul who is one. So इन सारे लोगों को मिला है. These are some names you need to remember. अब these are given recognition and awards, इसमें certificate होता है and उसमें एक medal भी होता है as per these awards. And these awards were constituted to replace a lot of existing science and technology based awards. ठीक है, और ये किस दिन दिए जाते हैं awards? These are announced on 11th of May, which is National Technology Day. National Technology Day. And दिए किस दिन जाते हैं? When are they awarded? They are awarded on 23rd August, which is National, which day? National Space Day. पहली बार हमने नेशनल स्पेस डे भी ऑब्जर्व किया हुआ है. दिस इज ऑन द एनिवर्सरी ऑफ Chandrayaan 3 सक्सेस. So Chandrayaan 3 landed on moon on 23rd of August. That is why we celebrate National Space Day, and this is when we awarded the Vigyan Puraskars. Although announcement was done on 11th May, National Technology Day. ठीक है, National Technology Day क्यों मनाते हैं? Because that was the day when we successfully conducted the first nuclear test in Pokhran, Rajasthan in 1988. 1988 successful nuclear test. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's topics, today's videos, the 10 videos, the 10 topics. We did mpox, we did SSLV, we did HP Himachal Pradesh, we did new sea structures, we did Hamas chief, we did subcategorization of caste, we did Vinesh Fogart controversy, we did the broadcast bill, and we did the civilian award and the Vigyan Puraskar. These are some important topics from the month of August, part 2. Make sure you watch both the parts, revise all of these current affairs. All of these are important. इसके अलावा there are multiple miscellaneous topics as well which you also need to cover on your own. ठीक है? Yeah, that's all for today's class. I'll see you in another video. Bye bye. Take care. Signing off.